Welcome, 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 everybody. The Game Tavern is now open for business. Find a spot at the bar, order yourself a drink, and enjoy today's entertainment of Pokemon Uranium.
Uh, so last time we we beat the fifth gym leader, got Surf, and captured and made a recurring joke with me in this game, and now Tom hates my existence for that.
Also, we became the leader of a clan of ninjas.
Oh yeah, that too.
Also, I hope my audio is coming out. Last stream, I came out pretty quiet on the mic.
Well, considering how loud you potentially got when we caught Braylip, that's probably for the best.
I will never forgive you.
uh... Anyway, off screen, I did do some grinding, not level grinding, but basically I got 4 out of our eventual 6 Pokemon their in-game EV distribution, which I basically trained the hell out of them using those ninja houses. So
Okay.
But this is what their stats now look. This is what their EV stats look like. The ones on the far right. 252 is as high as any individual one stat can go, and the entire thing, and their entire stats can add up to a total of 510.
Right.
Yeah. So last time we ended up on Route 12, and now we're going to be going in to Route 13.
Hooray!
When do we hit Route
I guess.
66?
Route 6?
Route 60. You know what? Forget it.
Oh, you meant to say 66. Okay, I didn't
did
hear
say 66.
Someone.
I heard 6.
Oh, forget it.
Anyway, 66. There is no Route 66 in this game.
Yeah, that was the. Oh,
Okay, calm down, calm down. Espion. Anyway, let's try to talk about something light in the mood. Has anyone here ever played the game Pokken?
I've never even heard of it.
It's basically it's Pokemon Tekken, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is funny how it took, like, I don't know, like, how many years?
I don't know.
For them to, like, finally make, a Pokemon fighting game?
When did Pokken come out? Because that was on the Wii U. Originally.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna go Great Ball. If I catch this thing, if I catch it, I catch it. If not, whatever.
Hey, Finjay, welcome to the show. Welcome.
Welcome.
Pokken came out in 2015.
Jeez, that was 11 years ago. 11 years ago, depending upon the date of release.
Yeah. Well, compare that to, like, when the first Pokemon game came out, which was 1997. No, 1996.
No, 5.
I thought it was 6. It was 1996 in Japan and 97 in the United States. Well, internet. I'm not.
Finjay, you must be new. This is a Pokemon fan game we've been doing a series on. You can check out the previous VODs.
Oh yeah, well it was 90. It was 96 in Japan, and North America was 98.
So we got 2 years later.
Yeah, and that used to be the thing where Japan would get the games about a year before America did, and then starting in Gen 6, from then on it was worldwide released.
Right. To be fair, because didn't one of the first 2 games, Pokemon Green, didn't it have several bugs or something with it, and so they basically
So the red, blue, yellow, and green were all held together with shoestring gum and a prayer.
Oh yeah, that is true.
If you can beat those games in 90 seconds if you know exactly what to do with it.
Wait, you said shoestring, gum, and a prayer? Sounds like Philip Rivers. I'm sorry, but when you're that old going up into the NFL, you're gonna... I'm sorry, but it's safe to assume you're gonna get every bone in your body busted.
And you want to know why he did it?
Because
to refresh the 5-year lifespan of his NFL issued health insurance.
There was also the fact that Daniel Jones was out on injury.
Yeah, but that's part of why he got it. Well, that's part of why he did it.
Because I was convinced that the first 2 Pokemon games were released were Red and Green. Then Blue was released because Green was having some problems, so Blue was basically just a polished version of Green. And then Yellow was released once the anime became really popular.
Yeah, that is actually how it goes. That is actually the release cycle for those guys. But they were all, yeah, they were. It was a wild time with that. Looking back on them now, they were not well made. They were well made enough to be sold, but
I mean,
oh boy.
Granted, I do think the one thing that did kind of help sales was kind of the whole gimmick, because one of the things that it really advertised was the trade gimmick.
Oh yeah, that's what sold people on there being 2 versions of the same game at the same time.
Right.
Was having some Pokemon be only catchable in one game, so you had to trade, as well as certain evolutions being tied to trading in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. Well, also because since the original Game Boy could only hold 8 bits worth of graphics,
all right.
So they kind of had to split it into 2.
Question in the chat. I have
Okay.
a question. You guys, what's your favorite Pokemon game? Mine's the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Oh.
Scarlet and Violet's fun with when you throw the DLC, especially when you throw the DLC in. But the games I go back to a lot are. I go back to Gen 5 and Gen 4 quite a bit. Specifically, Heart Gold Platinum, Heart Gold Soul Silver, and for 4. I don't.
Hey,
Diamond and Pearl aren't not that great by comparison.
Do spin-offs count?
Sure.
Okay, because I was actually because again, I know we were just talking about it, but it is a fun game, and that's Pokken.
Mm-hmm.
I barely have any
Will this
experience
thing
with
stop flinching me?
Can I answer the question, please?
Sure.
Alright, I was just trying to say, I barely have, if any, experience with the games, so... Yeah, sorry. Though I've been hearing that the Pokepia game has been, well, it's actually well put together.
Yeah, it's basically Pokemon times Minecraft times Animal Crossing.
Hey, I mean, if it's
I'm not saying that's bad. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying that's what the game, when you boil it down to its base components, that's what the game is.
Hey, I mean, there's nothing wrong with a game kind of being a hybrid of different things. Sometimes that
No,
works
not,
out. Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, some of my favorite games are a little bit of hybridization, like the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor are basically Arkham but set in Middle Earth. But I don't complain. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Speaking
not
of
down. I'm not downplaying that. Dang it. Ooh, we got a new one.
I'm never getting a Switch 2. I'm keeping my beloved Switch 1. You know what? That's a that's fair. Then again,
I would get a
then again,
Switch 2 if they didn't if it wasn't so if there wasn't so many scummy things that they did with it.
what
Oh,
the
that's cute.
hell is this?
This
I
is
know.
this is Selkit, a water and fairy type, or at least when it evolves, it is.
It's
Something about
adorable.
this thing looks like a Nickelodeon character.
Yeah.
But anyway, I won't buy any of the Nintendo shit because, well, fuck them.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but the Switch One Lite fleeced me on Sniper Elite 3, and I've basically cursed their name ever since.
The Switch, how they've handled the Switch 2 and like all the ways that they can essentially brick your Switch, and how they upcharge you to play to make your Switch 1 games run as optimally as possible on the Switch 2. Like I cannot justify that console because of that.
Right.
And I'll be honest, if Nintendo was if it really was just the Switch 1 but more powerful, and it didn't have all the scummy shit that Nintendo's tried to pull using the Switch 2, and it was actually reasonably priced, I would buy it when Winds and Waves comes out.
FinJ just says that it's the same thing besides too high a price for just one Switch, and yeah. And I'm sorry, but their first party exclusives like Mario Kart, nah.
It's not worth $80. It's barely worth.
What's your selling
60.
point that you got? What's your selling point that you went the Ubisoft approach?
Yeah, like honestly, that game's not even worth. That game is barely, emphasis on that word, barely worth 60, and they're selling it for 80.
To that I just say, Nintendo, you fucking pay me $80 to play that damn game. Sorry.
Hell.
Anyway, moving on to more positive things. Since we're talking about the development of Gen 1, did you guys know that they actually originally had 300 Pokemon planned, but had to shrink it down to 150 just because, the limited cartridge space of the original Game Boy?
And half those scrap Pokemon ended up becoming Gen 2 Pokemon as a result of that.
That is true. But what's funny is, notice I said 150, and you're probably thinking, but aren't there 151? Yes! The developers at Game Freak literally added Mew against Nintendo's wishes.
Alright, and here, another thing from FinJ. And why put Gen 10 when it comes out on Switch 1 as well, since it's a Switch 2 exclusive?
Yeah.
True.
I could shit talk Nintendo till I'm blue in the face, but I'm trying not to.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just brought that up because there is actually kind of a funny story about the creation of Mew.
Mm-hmm.
So, two of the people who worked on Pokemon, Satoshi Tajujin, am I pronouncing that right?
I don't know, and it's not, and the pronunciation is not necessarily relevant to the story.
Yeah, I guess. And Ken Sugimori, apparently based because you know, like how in the original Gen 1 games you can only capture Mew through a glitch?
Yep.
Well, they did that on purpose because the whole inspiration was when they were kids, they there were always like rumors spreading around arcades about like hidden glitches in certain games, and a lot of these turned out to be not true. These turned out to be not true, and so they just thought it would be cool if, hey, what if our game actually had like that glitch, but it was real?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody can learn Dragon Claw.
Hey, by the way, I just while you guys were talking, I did link something. That's really cool. There's something kind of like a petition for games to put on backwards compatibility with the latest Xbox console. And
Okay.
the Cybertron games are on there, as well as some of the old Transformers movie games, and even Devastation.
Oh, cool.
Neat.
But anyway, you guys did hear that like story I was saying, right?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, it's just that's kind of hard to tell because you guys didn't really like respond.
No, we can hear you just
defense-
fine.
In my defense, I got everything all up and going literally last second, so I'm a little just I just have yet to get my second wind.
Right.
And you did come here straight from work, so that's not. We can't necessarily blame you for that.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I just thought that was kind of.
Yeah.
I just found that an interesting story.
So it's been a while since we've had to. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Like I said, like the whole idea of Mew was like literally like them taking like the idea of like video game rumors and basically saying like, what if there was one that was actually real?
All right. As I was saying, it's been a while since we had to deal with the whole radiation side of this. So when does that come back into play?
The next time that I can definitively say, the next time that I know for a fact it's going to happen is going to be right, and I mean right after we beat Gym 8, and we're currently on our way to Gym 6. I don't remember if there's anything happening in between now and then, but I do know that there will be something after Gym 8. It might take a break for a little bit longer, I don't know, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Anyway, going back. By the way, another funny story. Going back to like the whole Pokemon that were cut from the first generation.
Mm-hmm.
There was one Pokemon that was planned. It was like an electric tiger-like Pokemon that was cut. But not only that, but it was also planned to be added to, the Gen 2 games, and it got cut there as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Another thing.
Talk about an unlucky bastard.
Yeah. Another thing from FinJ. Quitted the Pokemon fandom one time because I accidentally saw something about Vaporeon.
You saw that! I know exactly what he's talking about, and I am so sorry that you had to see that you saw that.
I don't know what's being talked about, and I don't want to know.
I kind of want to know.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to know. For
okay,
once,
Justin, on your own time, look up Vaporeon copy pasta. That is all I'm gonna say on the matter. We will be moving on from there.
Thank you. For once, I don't have to. I don't have to hear one of my friends talk about some cursed shit.
Yeah, it's cursed. It is cursed is definitely the right word for it.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but this Archilles, I cannot take this design remotely seriously.
What's wrong with that?
I don't. It just. I don't know. It's supposed to be a dromaeosaur. It just looks derpy. I can't put my finger on what it is about it.
You see what I see.
That's exactly what went through my head too, Justin. I see we both got raised in that. We got raised Catholic.
Well, I still like that song. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
I hear that song all the time when I'm listening to Christmas music on the radio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's a good song. And Bing Crosby.
Oh, hello! I forgot that was a thing in this game.
I barely got to look at it before you killed it.
Yeah, because I forgot it was because I didn't realize that this person had one. But that is the Zorro of this game. It's called Masking.
It's strange.
Zorro. Oh, so it has the same gimmick as Zorro has.
Yeah. Now this is the real pair audio of the team. We can look at it. We can take a look at it on the Pokédex once we finish this fight.
Which shouldn't be all that long. Finjay in the chat. It's adorable. I want to pet it. That's my reaction to 90% of the creatures in this game.
Dude, the first session was just you saying, I want to hug everything in that game.
Yeah, because everything
I
is huggable.
think it took until session 3 for you to find a Pokemon you genuinely didn't want to hug as a first stage.
Actually, I take it back. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up. Go back up.
I still love the.
Hang on. Where is it? There it is. Actually, you want to know what it looks like? It looks like it belongs in like an old Disney cartoon.
Yeah.
I will say the.
And here is Masking.
Is it supposed to resemble a lyre bird?
I think so.
I think that mixed with like an opera mask.
Yep.
But
oh hey, we need to catch one of these.
Jack Derby.
What?
Jack Theory.
Jack Derby. So it's basically a jackalope.
Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail.
I think we found a.
Wait, I thought this was a battle.
One.
No, we happen to have a random encounter right in front of a dude.
Okay.
So, douche just kind of over there, just watch this all go down with his thumb up his ass.
I guess.
Well, he's also standing guard. Hold on, I need to double check what this typing actually is. Now H&R Block, I don't need you right now.
While you're doing that, I just want to say how much I like the ninja weapon fish line there. You know.
Oh, you mean
Fried Eye, Sardine, and Daikatuna.
Yeah, those names are really clever. I will give them that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm looking up. I need to look up Jack Theory.
I mean, they're a lot of clever than like most fish Pokemon. Which, according to Ken Sugimori, who is the lead art director on Pokemon, says the fish Pokemon are usually the ones they design last.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Because there's like, okay, let's just go find a bunch of fish. We need some water types. Oh, let's go look at the ocean. Let's go take a look at an archive out of the ocean and just pick something. Just like pick 6.
Well, considering that Japan is an island that's surrounded by ocean, and
yeah,
they kind of depend. They kind of depend on fishing and all that stuff.
Uh huh.
All right. All right.
Like my brother, who was stationed in Japan, literally said that he went to an aquarium there, and aside with like like how like zoos and aquariums have like plaques that give facts about the animals.
Uh-huh.
Well, here along with the facts, the plaques also came with recipes on how to cook them.
All right. As I was trying to say on the chat, Finjay says, "Why does that remind me of a furry? Why do you gotta ruin this?
Why?
I'm trying to just have a nice, relaxing time with my friends after work. Why do you gotta make it not that?" Also, if you kill this thing, are we having rabbit stew or venison?
Venison is deer meat.
Yeah, the antlers.
Oh, correct.
That's it. Oh wait, you're talking about a little bit of purple in the design.
All right. And don't worry, Finjay.
Come on, Paralyte. I'm running out of Ultra Balls. I should have bought some off screen.
To wiggle. Jittery little bastard, isn't he?
Ding.
Yeah. Oh, Finjay says, yeah, you should have bought more.
Yeah. I fully admit that. There we go.
I was about to say, I don't even think the radioactive Gyarados we got in one stream was this stubborn.
No, that one got caught in That one got caught in maybe 2 netballs total.
I think the most stubborn one you had was maybe Midgard.
The Jackalope Pokemon. So I was right. It is a Jackalope.
No, Midgard was literally one throw of a dust ball, which was.
Also, it's a fairy fighting type. That's interesting. Oh, it's related to Baneri.
I said it.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's related.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna name this.
On.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
All right, I'll go with that one.
Cottontail. That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. I gotta dip for a bit. I'll be right back. Someone has lost their Eevee inside the labyrinth. And
10 door release is doing a search. You can't go inside the cave right now.
Not the.
so we're literally looking for. Someone's lost pet. I mean,
yeah.
it's an Eevee, so I'd say it is worth looking for.
Yeah.
But Eevee is best Pokemon.
I'm not saying it's not.
Oh, hey, look, it's the Shining Twins.
Red rum. Red rum.
No, that was more the boy. They're more the ones that say, "Come play with us, Danny."
Oh, hang on.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I do watch someone called Mikey, and a line stuck in my head is "Go Team Sky." Can't say
I know exactly who he's talking about. Yeah, I've seen him too.
I don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
Well.
I think I'm finally starting to relax. More feathers than a carnival parade.
Oh, right, I forgot!
Oh, wait, did Boom... Oh my god! Boom...
Lava Plume hits everyone.
Boom got... Boom... Jesus Christ. Boom... Jesse and James... It's Jesse and James, but they have green hair.
I totally forgot about how Lava Plume works and doubles. That's entirely on me. That's on me.
You freaking toasted Boom.
On accident.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
you can laugh at me. I totally accept that. I totally accept the laugh.
You completely toasted.
That was that was so stupid. I forgot about how lava plume worked until exactly the moment Boom got damaged first. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
That is Halo lobby levels of friendly fire. Oh my god.
So, you feeling relaxed now?
So is that
You needed a good laugh.
Well, after you just George Foreman'd your own damn teammate. One time I did surf in a double battle and almost killed my other Pokemon. Damn. That little squishy bastard.
Hmm.
The alien. Damn it, I had a joke about this thing, but I forgot what it is.
Yeah. Let's be real. Those of us who have seen Toy Story were thinking it. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna switch out to a for a Spritzy.
What the hell?
This is not a new one.
No, it's new to me. I don't remember ever seeing that thing.
Well, it's a Gen 6 Pokemon, and you stopped in Gen 4, so I'm not surprised you don't know it.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing looked.
And
then
like here's its evolution.
Can you let me get the joke? Okay, you know what? Fine, I won't do the joke.
Sorry.
Doesn't what? Oh, Finjay didn't watch Toy Story.
Oh. Well, there's these characters, and they called Little Green Men. And they're in they're inside a claw machine, and
you have to explain the joke. There is no joke.
Fine. You're not gonna make jokes. I'm not gonna clarify for people.
All right, fine. Clarify. That was me. I admit that was me being dickish. It was basically it was a scene about little squeaky toy aliens in a claw machine.
Yeah. And in that universe, the toys are able to talk and move around, but they try really whenever they want, but they keep still for the humans.
Yeah. All right, but as far as that thing I just saw, it looked like somebody tar and feathered a Jigglypuff.
Hold on, looking for something.
Am I wrong?
No.
Like tar and feather, like somebody mistook Jigglypuff for the tax man. That one's for the thinker. That's for all the American Revolution history buffs out there. I'm sorry, but that was funny. What the whole tar and feather to Jigglypuff joke?
I need to look something up because I just want to double check that I'm not missing something.
Oh, I'm glad you thought that was funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's not this route. Okay, cool. I thought I was missing something. But anyway, we are on the next town. Welcome to Venice City, or Venice.
It's Venice, but not Italian.
Yes.
Okay, in all honesty, I would love to go to Venice, Italy. I think it's a very, very cool city.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get some. Let's resupply on those guys and get a few more of you just because. Ow. Oh yeah, we can catch this little guy.
What? Remy? Is it bad? It's not bad. It's not bad enough we're pissed off Nintendo. Now we want to poke the bear of Disney? What the hell? What the hell? This looks like somebody tried to draw the title rat from Ratatouille from memory.
And we caught it.
Are you sure you want to catch it?
Dex completion. They use the paint-like substance on their tails to mark their territory. They are considered pests as they will paint over brand new buildings.
Are we sure that's... We're absolutely positive it's paint on his tail?
What do you think it is? Or what do you suspect it is?
I'm gonna keep that to myself.
No. You thought it was important enough to bring up, so share with the class.
You can't make me.
All right, then I'll ask. Did you think it was jizz?
No! I'm sorry, but that is... What the...
How's that?
I was worried about some of the names you're coming up with, but that one makes up for it. Yeah, I'll go with that one. But, seriously, is that not the derpiest rat face you've ever seen?
It is. It is definitely up there.
That's the face. That's the face you make up. No, I don't know what cocaine is, officer. Fuck. Get your cursor off that fucking thing.
All right. That man's not terrible. I mean, the 0 in attack is not cool, but it's fine. I mean, I'm not using Cottontail for. I caught Cottontail for dex completion and a side quest you can do in this game, but that's not going to be used on the team, and definitely neither is DeviantArt, even with not terrible IVs to work with.
Insomnia, yeah, those I say less insomnia and more. I use very good meth.
Yeah.
Seriously, dude looks like he does the pharmacy grade shit they had back in World War II.
Anyway, I'm gonna. Again, this is the point of the game that I remember the least. Like this right here, so I need to double check what kind of stuff we can actually do here. Okay, okay. Do I actually have that already? Because I just want to... Neat. Alright, well, we are going to grab Jack We are gonna grab Cottontail real quick. Because we can go and do... We can basically evolve it right away if we want. Oh. Okay, cool. I was just lying on the ground. Oh, hey, we can... I forgot about that. Here we go.
You're gonna trade your Titanice?
Yeah. Sorry, Rose.
Well, probably better this way so they can't use her for a sequel.
uh,
Seriously, one of these days, Hollywood is either gonna make a sequel to or remake Titanic. What is that? That's Titanice.
Yep. Basically an iceberg that turned into a Pokemon, and it looks like the Titanic because reference.
I give up trying to figure out what goes on with the...
We got a gargoyle.
Okay, I was so confused because I was like, okay, that's just straight up the gargoyle statue we saw entering the town. I was like, did we just get fleeced?
No, this is actually a Pokemon, and those gargoyles you saw. That's these guys. They're real.
Oh my god, why and how? I did not see that coming. Like, dude, seriously, I was utterly confused when I saw that thing. This game just keeps throwing curveballs at me.
Oh no, we're not going that way. Not yet.
And I feel like throwing something out a window. Why? Why would you do that?
Let's see if I can...
Oh. Oi. Ah.
Oh, well, this is our connection back to Beale Beach.
What's going on here?
I think this is an unfinished side quest. Like, as in, they did not get around to finishing this when they were doing the game.
Oh.
That happens occasionally.
What's got you so angry there, FinJ?
Alright, so I'm not going to pick up Eevee right now because I'm going to be I'll be working on this. It'll be basically I'll be doing the Eevee stuff off screen.
I know.
Here's where we need to take Cottontail.
All right, what's here? Wait, you just go at carrot wine?
Yeah, we're in a bar. I finally made it to a tavern.
And guess, because I want to go, because I want to drive my go kart, and guess what? The battery is dead. Oh damn.
We'll buy some carrot wine. Because that is a really nice...
That sucks to hear, Finjay. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I'd make coffee right now, but I already had enough caffeine this morning.
Huh. uh... This is the second time the game has had 2 instances where you could get a TM. There are 2 instances of getting this, of getting toxic, and there's 2 instances of getting shockwave. By the way, part of the reason why I bought that carrot wine.
This ought to be entertaining. That's okay. I'm not gonna lie. When it was back and forthing between the forums, I was worried. Like, is this thing gonna somehow turn into a hot? Is this thing gonna get 3 heads or something? No, those are wings. My dad got batteries, and I'm gonna drive the go kart. Nice. Have fun.
That's part of why. That's part of why I bought the carrot wine.
Well, usually when there's a fight in the bar with a sailor, this is not how it goes down.
Well, what do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor?
Although, arguably, this would probably wreck the bar way worse.
Yeah, considering the things that Pokemon are able to do, both in universe and in just straight up lore.
Yep.
Because here's the thing: what do you think would happen to the game Tavern if suddenly a 4-foot tall bird that was technically on fire started spewing lava all over the place?
Please don't. Please don't. I just had these floors waxed.
I'm not sure the wax is your biggest concern. But yeah, this would definitely. All right, I'm gonna head back to the center real quick just so I can. Just so I can get my Pokemon back. Just because I don't need Jack Deer. I don't need Cottontail or Gargo on the party. Hold on, I didn't even check. Oh, neat. I forgot what that ability actually even did.
Okay, honestly, that is a perfectly natural. From what I read of that dialogue, that is a perfectly natural response.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'm not going to absolutely eviscerate Boom this time.
It'd be funny if you did.
And no, I'm not absolutely eviscerating Shelly either.
Oh, no, you're not going to roast the giraffe. You're going to roast the crab this time.
No, I'm actually just using single target moves.
Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm not breathing directly into the microphone.
I'm basically doing that with my headset.
Yeah, the difference is this microphone's pretty darn sensitive. Oh, it's the first time I'm actually getting a good look at this thing.
Yeah, the Chupacabra.
That's what that thing is?
That is what's based on.
Well, this is how you can tell I'm tired, because I really can't come up with a good roast for this thing.
Hey, you can't always be on all the time.
Yeah, but still, I like it better when I'm on my A game.
I guess that's fair.
Again, it just looks like you're about to vandalize a statue.
Well, that's part of that's part of the whole lore behind gargoyles.
I recognize that. First time in a little bit, you haven't just been able to obliterate your opponent.
Well, this thing is also very, very physically bulky, and I'm hitting it with physical moves, so it's not going to take as much damage as if I had used Sonic and just surfed this thing out of existence.
Fair enough. You're actually giving him a fighting chance.
Sorry, yeah. Besides, everyone needs to level up. Everyone needs the experience. Eh.
Excuse me.
I think we've basically done all we need to do here without going to the gym, so let's go to the gym.
Alright. Of course, it vaguely resembles the Roman Colosseum.
Oh, we're dealing with ice physics.
Oh god, it's the ice level.
Yeah, ice sliding. So once you pick a direction, you don't stop until you come across one of the brown tiles, or you go up against a wall.
Or, you know, you can take some ice skating lessons.
Nah, unfortunately.
And here I was worried I wasn't going to have anything clever.
But yeah, this gym is a psychic type gym. With fairy thrown in as well. So Boom and Alucard are going to get a lot of screen time.
Well, if those are your two favorites of this series thus far, you're in luck. Why is this one... Okay, why does it look like this Pokemon is trying to do, like, the skirt lift to, hitchhike? I mean, that's what it sort of looked like with that one leg kind of more visible than the other.
Uh-huh.
What the hell? This looks like the Chinese bootleg. Oh damn! I didn't get to get a good look at it. I was gonna say it looks like the Chinese bootleg version of the Reddit logo. You know, the little alien dude.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Alright, I need to stand up and stretch a little bit. I feel like I'm gonna zonk out and fall asleep in the chair.
I'm sorry if this game is not that exciting.
No, it's not the game. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Like I said, I was in a rush to get back, and it was busy today.
I mean, like I said, if you needed to rest before we did this, you could have just said so.
I'm here, and I'm... Okay, seriously, was it like masquerade day for the cleaning staff at a mansion? What's with the masks?
Well, the gym leader is an actress, so I guess she has them dress up in masquerade.
Oh, I see. Theater kids.
And we know all about the kind of eccentric nature of theater kids from Fontaine.
Oh yeah.
I distinctly remember my thoughts on the first episode being, this is what happens when you let theater kids to design the criminal justice system from the ground up.
But hindsight really helped out with figuring out what was up with Fiorina. I will say that.
I will admit that while initial reactions were not unjustified, we did go a little harder than we outright had to with her.
To be fair,
she was a brat and a bitch early on.
To be fair, all we had to go off of it is you'll see eventually, even though we had to go through majority of the game with this with no context. It did.
Yeah. And then Martin acted like he had just absolutely owned us in every single humanly possible, just because we were like, oh, okay, that adds up a little bit. He felt like the most vindicated individual on the goddamn planet. Like there was nothing that could top it.
Don't hold back. Tell us how you really feel, Red.
It was a little, and it did feel like a little much, but then again, we were also hating on Farina quite a bit. So I get it, but it was still felt like, okay, you can ease up, dude.
Yeah, excuse us for having very natural human reactions to such an oddity going on.
Yeah. She was being a brat. We did not like her being a brat, so we hated on her for it. And just because yeah.
things finally sort of clicked into place when we
Things made sense at the very end, and Martin made it sound like we were those, and made it sound like we were the most horrible people on the planet for talking the way we did the entire time up until that point. So it's like, so yeah, that was not fun.
Also, I haven't said this yet, but I declare reference of the masks being comedy and tragedy. Not lost on me.
Yeah. Also, we're starting to get a little under-leveled because... So...
Good luck, buddy.
The difference is my Pokemon...
I hope I'm not too late.
No, we just...
Right
we...
on time.
Oh, hey, another masking.
Oh, that thing sounded like a pigeon.
Oh.
Oh, actually, since we called this thing a lyrebird earlier, fun fact about lyrebirds. Apparently, one that was in a sanctuary or a zoo, they, when a construction crew was building a new enclosure, the lyrebirds started recreating the sounds of their tools.
Yeah. Well, I've heard some lyrebirds have been able to mimic chainsaws.
Well, the lyrebird in that one was able to replicate the sound of a power drill.
Nice. Oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
How's it going?
I hope you don't mind me going back to like the thing I was talking about cut Pokemon from like the earlier games.
All right, but I just had one more thing to say.
Okay.
Crows can talk, and if you hear them
Yes.
talk, you understand why the medieval people believed in demons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corvids are like insanely smart.
yeah,
The
but
Corvids in general are just insanely smart.
I'm just saying,
Yep.
when parrots talk, it's cute. When crows talk,
That's because they can actually mimic human speak really damn well.
yeah, but again, I tell you, like when parrot does it, it's cute. When a crow does it,
No.
Also, is that thing? Aha, you fool!
You were gonna say?
I was gonna say that thing's tail is that like meant to resemble the Omega symbol?
Yes, that's entirely on purpose.
I thought so.
So wait, is this thing like Ditto? Like, can it actually like transform into other Pokemon?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, like going back to our conversation earlier about like cut Pokemon from previous games. Did you know that for Gen 2, they had different fire and water starters in mind?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yeah, the water starter was going to be more of a plesiosaur-looking creature, and the fire starter was originally a bear-like creature, which, fun fact, its sprite would eventually be used to design Teddy Ursa.
Oh yeah, I heard about that part.
Yeah, so yeah, really, like, Chikorita is the only, like, Johto starter that was, like, there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ironic considering everyone's like, ugh, Chikorita is the worst starter. And I say, fuck you, Chikorita's adorable.
Chikorita is getting a massive fucking buff between both Legends ZA and Pokemon Champions.
Yes.
Between its Mega Evolution and the Mega Evolution's ability. Oh boy!
Honestly,
Basically, it turns out when you Mega Evolve, when Mega Meganium is constantly under the effects of stun, regardless of what is going on, regardless of the weather condition in the battle.
All right.
So you could.
Sorry, I was just trying to say, how can you hate this little thing? It's adorable. It bounces around and it has no hands, which just begs you to just pick him up and cuddle him.
Yes. I love Chikorita, especially in the anime.
Dude, that thing got that Chikorita fucking was crushing hard on Ash.
Yes, but in an adorable way.
Yeah.
Like an over-effective puppy. Or over-affectionate puppy.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Though I'm kind of disappointed that she never fully evolved into Megadium.
She would have been absolutely running Ash over if she had.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait. I'm trying to remember. I gotta... I'm trying to remember what Chikorita looked like. Oh, shit. Hang on.
It looks like the cross between a bear and a puppy. Or a pear and a puppy.
Alright, hang on. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Oh, yeah, I remember her now. Yeah, this evolved into a bay leaf later on, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Now I remember. Yeah, now I remember.
To be fair, Bayleaf had some pretty good wins under her belt.
Yeah. She effectively soloed Chuck's gym.
Yes, she did.
Because it was a 2-on-2, but Ash's first Pokemon got knocked out relatively quickly, and then Bayleaf had to basically pull an entire 2v1 on its own.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember her now. Yeah, she was. Yeah,
I mean,
she was. Yeah, she damn near broke his bones as Bayleaf. If she evolved to Stage 3, he would have.
He would have been bulldozed.
Ash would
There's zero ifs, ands, or buts about it. He would have been fucking bulldozed.
It's full of mice and men. Lenny with the puppy. Sorry to get dark. Yeah, I got a little dark. Sorry.
Yeah, but well, to be fair, she did kind of sort of calm down a bit as the series went on.
Yeah. But no, I think Chikorita is adorable.
We're gonna go heal real quick, and then we'll finish this off.
I don't know, but then again, that's always kind of been my problem. Like the earlier seasons of the anime, was that they always seemed to be afraid to evolve any of the main characters' Pokemon.
Yeah, but
Fortunately, that was something that was dropped once the Gen 3 anime came in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong, but this evolution, it's based on a sauropod, right?
I think so.
I think so. It looks like a cross between a sauropod. It looks like a cross between a sauropod and a tortoise.
It does.
Without the shell.
I was about to say, where do you get the tortoise part from?
Mostly the head.
Mostly the body.
It has a very
the head.
tortoise-like beak structure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. I see the tortoise.
But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I'm kind of glad they, stopped, started to actually have a lot of the main characters' Pokemon evolve more once the Gen 3 anime came out. I don't know, would you guys agree with me on that?
I agree.
I'd say so.
Okay. Granted, the black and white anime kind of was sort of stepped back into old habits.
To be fair, how can you get away from Gibble's just derpy mouth with legs? Look, it made him endearing.
No, not that one. The one that came after that one I'm talking about. That was the kind of the step back.
Oh, okay.
So, it would have been cool if Gibble actually did evolve all the way to a Garchomp. What do you think, Red?
I'm surprised he didn't at least get to become a Gabite by the end of Diamond Pearl.
Though I have a question. How the hell can that thing fly?
It's a ghost. It's floating.
Not that. Garchomp.
It's based off of a jet plane.
Oh, if they,
Yeah,
this is
it's
gonna say the
literally
thing
a
looks-
shark combined with a jet. Though technically, in the games, it can't fly. It's only in the anime where it can.
In Scarlet and Violet. Oh, hold on.
Oh. Oh, they can in Scarlet.
Yeah, you can. There's like one Garchomp encounter you can find, wild Garchomp encounter you can find, and it does glide like it, and it does assume a jet-like form.
Okay.
So yeah, it can.
Okay, because I was like told that again the whole flying Garchomp thing was something that was only in the anime. Especially since Garchomp's a ground type, right? It's a ground dragon.
Yeah.
So my question still stands then.
Because reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? My need for logical answers has been beaten out of me at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't question it, Morty. Don't question things, Morty. It gets weirder when you do.
Yeah.
Ain't gonna stop me. And again, this thing looks like a weird mix between Spyro the Dragon and a seahorse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, try to tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not.
Also, Finjay's back from his go-karting.
That was
welcome back.
quick.
He's been gone for a good while. What do you mean quick?
Like what, half an hour? 45 minutes tops?
Yeah, is the go-kart place like right next door to his house? Which if so, that'd be awesome. Well, okay, maybe not awesome.
For me, 45... Well, again, for me, 45 minutes is basically a round trip to the grocery store.
Yeah, I've never been go-karting, but I've always wanted to.
I think I did it once or twice when I was younger.
Yeah, how was it?
It was nice.
Cool.
All the world's a state. Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks.
And all men and women are merely players.
I'm getting.
They have their exits and their entrances, and one man in his time plays many parts. He acts being 7 ages.
I'm getting flashbacks. I'm getting flashbacks.
To what?
What do you think?
No,
We were
No,
just
no,
talking
what-
about. Right, we just brought this up earlier. Fontaine.
Oh, right.
Okay, anyway. I mean, yeah, that is true. That's kind of how it was back in the day. Yeah, all women parts were literally guys in drag. Only that, though, in that case, it was actually meant to be taken seriously.
Finjay just answered. He does have his own car, and his dad has a pretty darn big backyard.
Oh, so he just you were practicing in the go-kart track in your backyard. Got it. That's why it was so quick.
Damn, you rich. I am not rich. Okay.
Hey, again, I hate to be like asking like all these questions.
Mm.
I mean, they are related to Pokemon, but I just want to ask you guys. A lot of people say that they felt Ash's loss in the Sinnoh League was unfair or something. What do you guys think? I don't know. Do you think
They had to literally come up with a character who's basically a walking action replay just to make sure Ash didn't win after beating his rival, because there was 2 more rounds of the tournament left afterward. What do you think? And he had already beaten every other named character we had known up until that point.
I think it's safe to say that's a yes on your part. And what the hell is this thing?
Mass King's evolution.
Yes. But maybe he probably would have fared better if he brought a better team. I mean, honestly, I think the old...
Yeah, like only three and a half Pokemon did absolutely anything in that fight. Like, Swellow and Torkoal were absolute fucking dead weight in that fight.
at least Heracross and Gible were able to put up a bit of a fight, but really the only ones that actually came through were Sceptile and Pikachu.
Yeah, like...
These were... Okay, to be fair, those are legendary Pokemon. Cut them some slack, boys.
Yeah, but the writers also did Ash no favors by giving him only like three decent Pokemon on his team. 3.5 if you count Gible being able to land a Rock Smash.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get to the actual battle itself. Oh. Wow, that did nothing.
Also, I think it's, Oh, sorry.
Oh, it was also a masking. Oh, that's funny.
It would have been
That is
funny if
funny.
it was like 3 maskings doing it. You know, like the
Three maskings in a trench coat.
Yeah, like
Yes.
the whole thing about kids stacked on each other in a trench coat.
Uh-huh. Oh, hello. Yeah, pain split. Averages out the HP of the target of the user and its target.
Wait, but that means it has this thing's, evolved form in their party, right? Because that's how this gimmick works.
Yeah,
They
the ace is Dramsama.
Okay. Yeah, that's how this gimmick works. It always turns into another Pokemon that the person already has in their party.
Yeah, a Pokemon with illusion takes on the form of the Pokemon that is at the back of the party.
Ah.
Come on. Freaking die already.
I will say, I do have to agree with most people. His Ash's Sinnoh loss wasn't nearly as humiliating as his Unova loss.
Dude, don't get me started on that one.
I mean, you and the rest of the fan base, buddy.
Here, I thought I was gonna be the only one to have his little rants.
I'm not even. I am not going to approach that one because that was stupid. Because that was dumb for all the. That was dumb for all the wrong reasons.
Again, as everyone else says.
Again, I don't think I saw that, so I will say nothing.
They really had to come up with any excuse possible to not give Ash the win. The first 3 generations, sure. Ash not making it made sense. The next 3 were ass pulls.
Even his fight against Alon in X and Y.
Oh, that one was also quite a bit of an ass pull, considering how much damage Charizard took before we fought Greninja in the fucking rain for half the damn fight.
Yeah.
That was absolute bullshit.
You said that with your chest, dude. Like, bro, you said that with your chest.
A lot of people say that they wanted Ash and Alon to have a rematch in Journeys, but what do you think?
It's him getting cooked by Leon was justice for the people who were pissed off about Gen 6.
Yeah. Wait, I thought it was Cynthia he got cooked by.
No. Alon fought Leon in the first round and got absolutely fucking bodied.
Oh, okay. I don't know who I was thinking of.
So even Finjay's on your side on that one. Like, I'm just... Hey, I continue to be the outsider looking in.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, speaking of like the final tournament in Journeys, I always joke that Ash beating Leon is basically Pikachu cementing his place as the mascot of the franchise, not Charizard.
Oh.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, he did. Pikachu also did win. Was essentially in a 2v1 situation because he had to take out Cinderace first.
What in the name of God?
The Plague Doctor.
Yep. This is miasmatic.
Oh, miasmatic, miasma. Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, keep that thing far away from me.
That thing doesn't snort. That thing doesn't snort lines. It snorts paragraphs.
That thing snorts the whole damn brick.
That has a pretty big nose. But yeah, anyway, so you do kind of agree with me on that when I,
Yeah. Why do I get the feeling this is the time?
Or you just...
What? Sorry, this looks like something the Muppets would use to explain the bubonic plague.
That's actually really accurate.
yeah, I gotta agree with you on that.
Still got it.
The Plague Doctor Muppet. But yeah, like I was... I mean, I usually say that as a joke, but in many ways it is kind of true. You know, the whole... You know, that win being Pikachu kind of cementing himself as the true mascot of the franchise.
Yep. Being two fully evolved starters solo just to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, as you can see, we are underleveled. We're becoming underleveled for this point in the game.
Wasn't it like everything literally becomes harder the further in you go in this game? Because I was like looking it up.
Yeah,
everything
the level curve
like,
goes way up as the game goes on from this point.
Yeah, but it's like everything from like the random trainers you encounter to even the wild Pokemon you encounter.
Yeah, if you look at the end game of this game, is like they're expecting. You look at the final boss Pokemon you have to fight, and you're like, how the f are you supposed to beat that? Without any context for how the rest of the game leading up to that point works, you'd think it would be impossible. But it's actually but it's actually intelligently put together. That fight is actually really intelligently put together to be doable.
Fair enough. And we're approaching the 1.5 hour mark. Is it a good place to call it?
Let's go a little bit longer, see what happens.
Yeah, righto. Fun fact: Chloe VA also voiced a Cookie in Cookie Run Kingdom. That cotton cookie. Oh, all right. I've never played that mainly because I'm hooked on one gacha as it is.
Well, we've got a call from the professor.
Oh.
Hey, Tab, I heard you just got your 6th gym badge. How did I know that? Well, the gym guy told me, of course, that we're old drinking buddies from college. Well, enough about that. So you're probably wondering, what do I do now? Well, the answer is up to you. There are 2 more gyms to beat before you can challenge Tandor Regional Championship. One is in Tsukinami Village to the south, but I don't know if they will let you enter. They only allow those that have proven themselves. So you'd better head north to Snowbank Town. You'll have to go through Mascara Cave to start your journey there. It's a fairly long way up, so pack lots of supplies. That reminds me, how's your Pokedex coming along? Caught 61 and seen 113. Yeah. Searching far and wide.
Teach Pokemon to understand.
Alright, to that effect,
Sorry.
I arranged oh god.
A battle between you and... Yep, according to the GPS on his Pokepod, he's currently training at Mascara Island. You should go find him and then head north through the labyrinth.
By the way, Tom, were the professor and his friend here, were they ever customers of yours? At the think there were ever customers at the tavern?
Not that I can remember. You remember anyone matching their descriptions?
I don't know. I'm always in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to ask You'd have to ask Martin or Hunter if they know, because they're more are the frontline customers. We're in the back end most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
After all, I handle shipment.
Yeah, and you're lucky.
I just wash the dishes and clean up the place. Then again, I prefer being in back because I don't like dealing with customers.
Yeah, frankly, after that whole thing with Braylip, you're lucky I don't put you on vac cleaning for the next month.
I no regrets, but also it's fucking hilarious.
I would have done that, but I got bad back.
Anyway, so now we have our next destination, which is to head. Hold on, let me pull up the map real quick. So yeah, basically we need to retrace our steps back onto Route 13 and then head up this way.
Yay!
Going all the way up here.
Okay.
So I think we'll call it once we battle Theo.
All right.
Oh, come on.
I think that sounds. Well, I think it's somewhat reasonable.
I don't.
You either face him now or you face him at the beginning of the next stream. It's your call. Well, actually, no. We're just doing it. We're ripping the Band-Aid off now.
Yeah, we know how much you hate Theo, Tom.
Damn it!
So let's just get this over. Let's just get this over with, because it's unavoidable.
I hate when I can't make executive decisions anymore.
Well, your executive decision is either delaying the pain or getting the pain over with. So there's pain regardless.
Yeah, but at least then I have a whole other bit of stream time to use as a palate cleanser. Why do I hate him?
What's in the box? Pain.
Why do I hate him? Look at him. He looks like a Kenny.
He's also, up until this point in the game, he's been a bit of a whiner about how nobody takes him seriously when he's literally like 9.
Hey, there's the PETA mascot again.
I also find it messed up that Pokedex entry says that that's the ghost of a Pokemon that died inside its Pokeball.
I did not think that was even possible in those things, but what do I know?
That's why, it's chained to a giant Pokeball. At least that's what it said when I was looking up the Pokedex on the wiki.
Oh, I can't believe I only just noticed you put Dynablade back in the fight. Sorry. I really am.
Odalith.
Oh, you mean... Oh, I renamed Iago into Dynablade because I wasn't going to stick with it after it became this.
Alright, you can explain that to Hunter.
He was there when it happened, wasn't he? 'Cause I remember when it happened.
Oh.
Yeah, we were passing through where the name reader was, and I'm like, screw it, we're doing this now.
Did you rename your one ghost type to Shiori?
I forgot to do that.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to do that.
If I could figure out how to do it, I would just put the Crow of Judgment on the screen right now. That would be funny if I knew how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately we're not fast and we're not faster. Because Achilles is fast as fuck.
I mean, it is a raptor, so.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Unfortunately, you have the type advantage.
Well, technically he also does because he's got stab earthquake on my part electric type.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
Not quite it's not a full on counter.
I don't know if you wonder if like Professor Bambo is supposed to be like a kind of like pun of bamboo.
I would be shocked if it wasn't.
Alright.
I mean, considering it's kind of tradition to like name every professor in the Pokemon universe after a plant of some kind.
Yeah. Anyway,
well, not all of them, because it wasn't like Unova just Professor Juniper.
Juniper trees.
Oh yeah.
They stopped doing it directly for trees with, I think, Gen 7? Like, they still name them after foliage, but they don't name them. They still name them after plant life, but they don't name them after trees specifically anymore.
Alright, but
True.
Anyway, I think that we can call it here if Tom really wants to.
Yeah, I think we're at a good stopping point.
All right, so we made it to Vanessa City. Basically, did everything we can do, minus grabbing an Eevee that I will be grabbing off screen and training her up.
Yeah, I love Eevee.
And we also took care of Theo now, so we don't have to deal with him later.
Alright.
So, Tom, what are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, your final thoughts. Yeah, sorry if I was a little sluggish today, but I'm happy with the progress we've made thus far.
I mean, we're practically halfway there, right?
Living on a prayer.
Hell yeah.
And copyright.
All right, Justin, what about you?
I will say I am liking a lot. I do admire a lot of the creativity that goes into like a lot of these these like Fakemon, I guess is what you call them.
Yeah.
Especially with the ones we just fought at the gym there.
Mhm.
So it's like, especially because like the whole thing is they're all theater themed, basically.
Pretty much.
So that's probably all I have to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, didn't get that far as I would have liked, but it's fine. Next stream is probably going to be getting us all. Is probably going to just be us doing everything we can all the way up until getting to the gym town, and then calling it there. But we'll see how things go at that point.
Right.
But until next time, please do those things we YouTubers desperately love to beg and plead our audiences to do, which is to leave a like, comment on the VOD, share it with your friends, and of course subscribe if you want more of this kind of content. And with all that being said, this has been the last call from the Game Tavern. Please have yourself a fantastic time of day because you're all fantastic people.
Take care, everybody.